Laura here. Today I am going to do some looks with the Escape Pod from Kaledos. And I'm feeling kind of in a neutral mood, but I also think I might want to use some orange pink, so I'm going to play with kind of these colours, I think. Let's see what happens. So I've done my eyebrows and I've pricked my eyes, and today I am using my TT Insta Prime because my other one ran out and that's the only one I have, so to replace it with. So I need a fluffy brush and I'm going to go into Lo-Fi and just set the top. I've been doing this lately and I've been enjoying how my eyeshadow has been blending out at the top, but I don't want to set the whole thing because I want the eyeshadow to stick in other places. And I think I'm going to go into Bossa Nova. And for me that's just like a neutral brown. And I'm using a very light hand with it, and I'm going to go into Carnival next, this one. So some people said the oranges are very similar, so it's Tango and Carnival. They're not that similar, I don't think. I don't think they look that similar. So Carnival is more of a pinky toned salmon orange, and Tango is more of a bright yellow orange, in my opinion. And I want to go in with, what brush shall I use? I'm going to use a little fluffy brush. This is a VH Cosmetics number 8 brush. I'm going to go into the Carnival orange because this is a lot of a softer kind of orange. I actually might put that all over the lid and up into the crease. As I said, I'm using a fluffy brush, so I'm not looking for a ton of pigment, I'm just blending it out. Maybe just a tad closer. It's a pretty colour. Good colour for when you want a little bit of colour but you're kind of in a neutral mood. I'm going to go back into Bossa Nova. It's a bit high with that, so I'll have to go high with that one too. Do blend very nicely. I'm going to go back into Lo-Fi to blend at the top again. I'm going to have to go to Bossa Nova and just build up this side because it's higher on this side. I'm not being very careful, so it's kind of all over in the corners, but that's okay. I'm just going to have some tea. And then I'm going to go into, which brush? My little wee precise brush, and I'm going to go into Terrace, which is the dark brown. So if you don't blow in your palettes to get the kind of kick up off, what do you do to do that? Because I know you're not supposed to blow on your palettes, but if anyone knows what you're supposed to do, then tell me. Because like it doesn't just fall off. Should I have a little fan and fan it instead? It's a nice deep brown. Making a mess. I'm going back into Carnival. I'm going to mix it with that brown. That blends so beautifully together. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of glitter glue, and I think I'm going to go in with this one actually, Amaretto. So Amaretto, it's kind of pink with an orangey base to it. I don't know if it'll show up. It has, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. You see it better on my eyes. It goes really well with that orange. And I think I'll get a little bit more of that orange. See how well that orange and that amaretto go together. Really pretty. I might want to deepen up the outer corner a little bit more. That dark brown does fluff away quite easily, but then that also means it blends easily. So I'm just blending the very edges. So I'm going to clean up under my eyes, and I'll do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back. And there is my look. So these earrings I got from the beautiful Kaledos, and the lips that I'm wearing are Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Dreamer, and then over the top I've got the Chi Lip Lights in Free Spirit. So look 2 with the Escape Pod from Kaledos. Now I admit it's been a while since I've actually used this palette. I did the first look probably 2 months ago. So yeah, I feel like I'm starting again. I can't even remember what the first look looked like. So I'm going to go fairly natural today. I'm going to start off with Carnival, this one here. I'm hoping I haven't chosen the same look as last time, because I haven't looked up what I actually did. So there is my final look for the second look on with my Kaleidos Escape Pod palette. So on my last look with the Escape Pod from Kaleidos, and I've got my Lo-Fi Jewel Blusher in Dusty Rose Matte on my cheeks today, and I really like this one. I've used oranges and I've used greens, and I've used kind of the brown shades quite a lot. In my first impressions I used the purples, and so I think I'm going to go for kind of a pink purple neutral look, if that makes any sense. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. So it's pouring with rain here today. It's supposed to be summertime and I've got every heater on the house on. Well, it's heading to summer. It's nearly summer. So it's a bit strange. So I'm going to start off with Lo-Fi. Seems to be what I usually start with, just to do the very top so that I can blend this top bit out nicely. So I'm just kind of setting the top, but I'm not setting anything else. And then I'm going to go in with, I'm going to mix Bossa Nova and Flamingo together. So I kind of get a brownie pink. Yeah, so it's just a bit duller. That's what I wanted. So if you've got a palette and you haven't got the colour you want, you can do some mixing. Some eyeshadow seem to mix better than others. Some brands and things seem to mix better than others. And the tricky part is getting the colour even, because you're mixing. I'm just going to wipe off my brush and then I'm going to go back into that cream lo-fi and do some blending. Because I'm a lazy blender, so I don't want to sit here for ages and blend, so I just use the cream to help me blend. I feel like the way my eyes are sitting at the moment, this one is higher than this one, so I'm going to put a bit more colour and just a little bit higher there. My eyelids are extremely wrinkly at the moment because of allergies. They're just crazy dry and rashy and things, so I'm looking old with lots of wrinkles. And then I'm going to go in with, I'm going to use my Maybelline Brownie Glitz pencil. It's getting very small. I'm going to attempt to sharpen it. So I didn't do a very good job sharpening it. It doesn't want to sharpen. I think it's getting quite short. So I'm going to put that on here. It's got kind of a shiny base then. And then I'm going to go in with that terrace colour, the dark brown, and put it over the top. Then some of that shine will just come through. And then I'm just going to smudge it out a bit. And as usual, I'm doing things in weird orders because I just want to see if I can get the colour that I want before I go into the next thing. And then I'm going to go into Mardi Gras, that matte purple. And I want to put that on the outer corner. I love this colour. And kind of halfway, I think. And as I said, my eyelids are extremely wrinkly at the moment, so if I'm not careful, I'll get that kind of tiger striping. So I have to pack it on carefully to make sure it doesn't go all stripy and weird. And that's nothing to do with the eyeshadow, it's just because my eyelids are all very wrinkly. Isn't that a beautiful colour? Love that colour. And then I'm going to go into Exoplanet, which is the blue one, and I'm going to darken that purple in the outer corner. My makeup today does not match my clothing at all because I'm wearing mustard yellow. But that's okay. Sometimes I just want to play with colours. I'm not going anywhere today apart from picking my daughter up from school because she's having exams at the moment. And I won't be getting out of the car. So. Oh, tiger striping here. I'm just going to have to very, very gently just stretch that out a little bit. So if you have wrinkly eyelids like me, you can still do it, you just have to be a bit more careful with it. And I haven't used this colour very much, so I'm going to use this colour for the lid. I'm getting some fallout. I'm going to spray my brush because I was going to put some glitter glue on and I forgot. I'm going to use my Body Shop Strawberry Soothing Face Mist for this because I can't use a setting spray because it stings my eyes, whereas this doesn't. looks pretty sprayed, doesn't it? The colour. Yeah, it shows up my wrinkles because it's very foiled, but it's still pretty. Oh, I like that colour. That's very pretty. And then I'm going to brush off my palette because I've got lots of bits on it, if you can see that. I'm the only one that uses them, so it doesn't matter that I blow on it, but technically it's not a good idea. And I'm going to go in with Flamingo, which is this bright pink matte here. And I want to put that on the inner corner. Cool. I quite like that. It's different, I have to say. And I'm going to go in with my, I think I'll go in with my favourite colour in here, which is this one, Space Oasis. And I'm going to just put a little bit here for a little lighter pop right in the inner corner. Doesn't look like much until you turn your head and then you can kind of see it. Is it showing up? I have no idea. And I'm going to do some black liquid liner, but I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just going to go over the top. So I've got my mascara on. This is what we're looking like so far, and I think I want to do a bit of this colour here, just here, to blend that out a bit more. So I'm going to have to mix my colours again. It was just a tiny little bit there. And now I've got to decide what colour lip to do. At the moment I've just got my Sephora lip oil on. My oil infusion in, or what is it? Lavender. It's on the top. So it doesn't really have any colour. It just hydrates your lips. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. This is Lip Tint Pink Champagne. And it kind of goes with this colour here, which is why I picked that one. So what did I think of the Escape Pod from Kaledos? My first palette from them. I thought the mattes work really well. They blend well and they mix well, and I really enjoyed using those. And they've got some stunning colours in the shimmers. And like this sprayed one that I used for this look, this one, is stunning. And on my wrinkly eyelashes, it's not cracking, so that's great. As I said, this is my favourite colour. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love putting that all over my lid. And the greens are nice, but they're so close together, I can't tell them apart on my eyes really. And I have used them together on my eyes. Some of the shimmers, well, the shimmers for me, I'll have to see how this one goes when it's sprayed, but The way I normally use shimmers, I often don't spray them, or if I just use glitter glue, I end up with glitter fallout all over my face. It's not too bad today. So by the end of the day, I'm a glittery mess. So it doesn't kind of stay, the glitters don't stay on my eyes. And whether that's just because I've got so many wrinkles, so that's kind of lots of movement and things there, I don't know. But I have to be prepared to have lots of glitter over my face when I use the shimmers in this palette. But some of the colours, just absolutely gorgeous. Love them. And as I said, the mattes work really well and blend well together. And I love this colour. Some people have had trouble with this colour. The way I have been using it, which is usually out of corner to deepen things up and things, I haven't had any trouble with it. But I haven't tried putting it all over my lid or something. And the purple mattes are just beautiful. And I've done quite a few neutral looks with this palette actually, with just a little bit of shimmer somewhere. So I've used these 3 neutral ones quite a lot. So overall, I think it's a really nice palette. And if you want a foily look, you can get a nice foil. The shimmers do have quite a lot of fallout when you put them on. So you might end up with glitter all over you if you don't mind that, or if you're more careful than I am, you might not have that problem. I did find the colour scheme a little challenging. I had to really think hard about what I wanted to put together, because I don't know that I want to put orange and purple together necessarily, but the orange and green and the browns and then the purples and the blues and the pinks and things. But yeah, I did find the colour scheme a little bit challenging, and I kept wanting to look for a different colour that wasn't in there. So I think it's a fun palette and I enjoyed it, and I certainly enjoyed trying a new brand for me. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on different looks to do with that palette if you have it, or just if you're considering it, might give you a bit of insight whether you really want it or not. And I'm not sorry I bought it at all. I've really enjoyed using it, and my daughter's got an eye on it too. She wants to have a play with it. So I think it'll get plenty of views. Anyway, that's all for this video, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.